bit's been happening since our last visit. I guess we should do a bit of a walkthrough on the studio and its happenings over the course of the weekend and the early part of this week. As you can tell, it's been Halloween, and, well, a few things have changed around here. Well, not completely changed anyway. So, thank you for the hat. Ooh, that's a little chilly. Oh. So yeah, things have been progressing, happening, moving along. Excuse me. Weather's still holding up, but it's been cold. A little chillier than it has been anyway. It's starting to feel a little more like the fall around here. Things are starting to turn. The trees are starting to go a little more yellow, a little more gold. Getting some reds this year. We've had a bit of an Indian summer, which is nice. It's allowing us to get a few things done around the studio. Outside anyway, especially with the big developments. The Annex has been going well. Oh, there we go. Also, the other... Oops. Almost dropped the video device there. That would have been bad. Get some light on the subject here so we don't look so grainy. Ooh, yeah, bright lights, bright lights. So we have been working on the burners here. But they're coming along relatively well. These will make life a little bit better as far as our forge is concerned. An injector there. So this will be for the single. When I was talking about that spot forge, or small forge, right, what we were talking about was this beastie right here. So just gotta see it. And you got it there. It's basically, it'll be a converted propane tank. That's a 20-pounder. You can probably make them out of a number of different sizes. That'll have the single burner working in it. Not sure yet whether I'm going to go with this guy, which is a 2-inch throat and an 1.5-inch pipe. It's a lot of gas and a lot of air to be pushing. So, with the main forge, though, we are going to be going with a more traditional 1.5 to 1.25 inch. Joinery will be using this piece right here, which is the connector. This is the part that will basically be fitting inside. So, and that is the double burner that will be going onto it with a needle valve. I'm going to probably put right in there 2 more of these little guys. That'll control our gas mixture, hopefully balance it out a little bit between the 2 burners, because you know, all things being said, they never quite burn exactly the same. I mean, there's just too many little things that can affect that. The distance here can affect it. Actually, can you get it down here? There we go. Distance here can affect it, the amount of volume, any little tiny obtrusions or other irregularities that happen to be in the cast pipes can affect it. So we're going to be playing with that, getting it right. Anyway, that's the indoor project. That's what we've been working on inside. Outside, things have been progressing. We're not on wide angle here right now with the fisheye, so you'll have to bear with me a little bit. Outside, we've been putting in our, let's see if we can get it here, these guys here, the knees, basically to keep this, give this some stability and to get rid of some of our temporary cribbing. We've got another set to put in before we can go up top and finish the roof framing. So we got another set of knees to go in here, basically to give us our support this way, stiffen it up a little bit more. So So today's project, while we still have the weather, because they are talking about it getting frosty, possibility of showers tonight. So we want to try at least to get our roof up here, and get at least that all framed in so that I can tarp it. So that's our project today. Probably a good 5-6 hours of work that need to get done. So beautiful fall day. Well, I'm going to go upstairs, get my traditional bourbon to get everything going, get things started. So, we'll talk to you again in a bit. Well, that time lapse doesn't show it very well, but there's the complete knee up. So on both ends, right? Flashlight, all bolted through. Taking our cribs out, a lot more stable. And again, we still have 3 others to put in here, so hopefully it'll all work out. I'm pretty happy with that. Finish off a little bit of bourbon, and on to the next. Lots more to do before we can actually put the roof on. Okay, so in about 40 seconds you can get both knees in. Well, that's not true. It was about an hour and a half's work or so. But they're in. I'm going to have to do the other end there now, but biggest problem, I'm out of threaded rod. It's my last chunk. And I don't think no matter how hard I stretch this, it's going to quite do the job on the other end. So, I'll get those done, and then hopefully today we're going to move the big beam behind here at least up onto here. So, and that will probably be our day's work. Hopefully I can get it up there so that I can get the tarp up and over, and that way if we do end up with a little bit of rain, and keep this area at least relatively dry for working in. If it really does turn inclement, what we'll do is we'll go inside and we'll work on the burners and see if we can't get the prototype up and running for the small forge anyway. So that's it for this segment. Probably shoot a little bit more later as we get closer to the end of it. We will certainly do a time lapse on raising the big beam. That's got to come up. Well, it's over 8 feet, so it should be fun. Okay. Cheers, my friends. Well, we've got all but the last knee in. Just about finished for the day, but as far as that's concerned, I've had a couple of people ask though, when I'm doing these, why don't I just use my chainsaw? And I do. I've built a lot of stuff like this using chainsaws and that. But I mean, these are skills I've learned over the years, things I've picked up. This is stuff my dad taught me way back when we were still repairing barns and building. I mean, I often say that my dad forgot more than I've ever known. So for me, it's important. I like to make sure that these are all friction mounted. Right now, this is actually loose. I can just slide it right out. All I've done is gone in here with my hand tools, squared up my logs a little bit, notched them out so that when I get the knee in, it fits relatively nice and snug. Nice friction mount. And she goes. So all I got left to do now is bolt this one on, and she's finished, ready to go. In some cases, in the old days, I would have wood pinned these things, right? Just wedge them in really nice and tight. So, and then chink them as well, just to make sure it's nice and tight. This is just about it for today. I've got a few other things I want to do. I want to basically get up, put some stuff up on the top there, just in case. I mean, the weather's beautiful tonight. Who knows? We're supposed to be getting some rain sometime, but it hasn't hit yet. So, but what I'd like to do is at least get
4x4 frame up there of some sort, so that I can just drape my tarp over. That way I can keep this area dry, and if I have to, I can work under here tomorrow getting stuff done. Mind you, tomorrow I'm teaching pretty much a good chunk of the day. Not sure whether or not I'm going to get back out here. So the next set of video I do out here is probably going to be sheathing in the storage area that's going to go up above the studio here, and basically getting the sheathing on for the roof. But that's all from here for today. See you in the next segment, guys.